finally, I completed this table mat. It's about 22 inches by about 34, and it's beautiful. Hold it up. This is Chakra colors, really the chakra spectrum of the colors. So, you know, and the colors of the chakra are the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And so I tried to I got all the colors in there. Now, I did the Sashiko free stitching, and I have clips showing you some specific blocks that I'm working on, or that I was working on, but I'll show you some close-ups here. This is an X. You can see I did an X there. This is a heart, and the way I did the heart is, see, you can see it right here. I had put a cross first, and then I just worked on both sides of it. I used the middle of the cross as a marker for me, and you know, and you can do that, or you can draw on it. I did triangle here, and I did a circle. It's hard to see here. I'll show you the circle I did, but the circle, I used the fabric, and I talk about this a little bit in the clips, is I use the fabric as a guideline, you know. So if you have a grid, or you have the stripes, you know, you can work right along the stripe, or if you have a grid, you can use the dots or the checkers, which I did on the other side here. On this one right here, I used that to make a leaf. And so you can see that I used, you know, the white and the white and the blue and the blue, and I just used it as like a little measure. So that's a really nice way to, you know, and you can make any designs that way. And these stitches right here, those are actually the chain stitches, and they're just kind of tightened a little to be kind of like a little more of a leaf effect. And I used the print of the leaves to go back and forth. So that's how I did that. Now these stitches, you know, they are, a lot of people categorize Sashiko stitches as embroidery. And some of the embroidery, Western way, is very similar to the Eastern, absolutely. And they might be called a couple different little names, this and that. But, and you know, there's books, I have books on these. And I started, I hate to tell you, like 40 years ago, I started with stitches when I was doing cross stitching on plastic canvas. So I was learning stitches then, like to decorate the little plastic Kleenex boxes I was making. And I should do that again. I really love that. But what happened is the plastic grids was slowing me down. I felt it was slowing me down a little. So that's why, you know, over time I switched to fabric and the crocheting and whatnot. But with the crocheting I had done since I was a kid. But the cross stitching has a lot of stitches. So, you know, it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you're categorizing it as slow stitch, which some people will disagree with me. The slow stitch. Well, slow stitch, I say this, if you inherently and fundamentally move a little quicker, that's okay. The concept of the slow stitch is still there. You know, it is still there. It's how you're using it. It's the concept. It's the application, you know. And, but these stitches, basically what I'm saying is you can mix methods. You can mix your techniques. and you can apply them to whatever you're creating. That's what creating is all about. So now for the back of this, because it's going on a table, I used a soft, it's not a fleece. This is actually it was a curtain. And I actually have the fabric here. So this was a curtain, and I'll talk to you how I did the border in a minute. So I cut the top part of the curtain off because these loops or hoops can be used for something. Not sure what yet. But this is the fabric. So there's enough of it. There's enough of it to use another one, to make another one of these. But what I did was I cut the piece bigger than my Boro-Sashiko piece, and then I folded this over probably 2.5 times actually, 2.5 times. I show you clips on it, and I had pinned it first all the way around, folded it at the corners. Excuse me, and there's very specific ways you can fold those. Whatever you do, you want to just try to stay consistent. And I just folded as I was going around. So, again, non-traditional, but I did it. And then I stitched it probably 2 or 3 times around in just a regular visible Sashiko stitch. So, I love it. This, you know, I was thinking how awesome it would be to have a table mat with, you know, looking at the colors there and sitting and doing chakra meditation that way. So a little different from the circles hanging up on the wall. This is a table mat. So anyway, I hope that this inspires you. And if you have any questions, let me know. You know, you can make the mat any size you want. I did not put batting in here because I figured I did not make this to be a hot plate holder, but more of a centerpiece of a mat. But I figured the top layer sewed on to the base is 2 layers, and then this third backing is 3 layers. So I didn't feel to make it 4. I didn't want to make it 4. I made it 3. So technically. So, okay, thank you. I hope you enjoy. Love and light, and thank you for joining me. So some of the pieces I cut out way too big, and I went back. So I went back and I cut them in half, and because I didn't want to keep stopping and cutting. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I wanted to point out to you for the Boro. So I'm going to show you in the next clip. So as you build your Boro piece, and laying each piece down and going along, you know, sometimes you come to like this type of deal here. So what I could have, I'm going to show you a couple of things with Boro that I totally love. So, you know, what I could have done is put a piece on there like that and cover it that way. And then as I'm going along, you know, maybe I do want to use this thin piece here, like that. Now, the beautiful thing about Boro is that you can stack your fabrics on top of fabrics. Okay, So here we have, this is I love this color right here. You know, and we can pick any color of the piece here. But, and you can do this as you're going along. You can do it beforehand, but it's essentially taking another piece of fabric and putting it, I'm just showing you this as an example. Let's actually use a larger piece. So I could put this, I could put it in the middle. I could put it up in the corner. And then I take another piece and I stack that. Okay. To adjust to all of this as quickly as we have. I think what's happening there is he really wants to get everyone. So I have laid out all of my pieces to this Boro table mat, actually is what this is going to be. And I have pinned them all in place. And now I am sewing. I'm doing Sashiko stitches around the edges here, and I will be doing it throughout the entire piece. But this is what it looks like. I'll try to pull this up. And these are all Chakra colors that I used. So that's where we are at this point, and so we will continue.